What's up, guys? The 10 cars are going to compete in a top speed competition, and they will take over, and they'll take over number 1 or be into the top 15. So let's get started. Alright, so before we start the race, here's our top 15 leaderboard. The Chrysler 300cc in number 1 with 498. This is gonna be the record to beat. And then all the way going to the bottom is BDD 04 with its 459. So a 460 is going to be the record to beat. Is going to be the key number to be into the top 15 leaderboard this week. So first is the Lamborghini Aventador J. Can he beat number 1 or take over number 1? Be in the top 15? Let's find out. On your marks, get set, go. A 443 in run number 1. That's not good enough, but let's see run number 2. On your marks, get set, go. 443 and then a 442, but the 443 is the most he can do, but it's not enough to make it into the top 15. Now onto the next. Up next is the white Felon. We've seen the green Felon in the past few episodes and scored a 470, but let's see if this white Felon can score higher or lower than 470. Let's find out. On your marks, get set, go. A 441 number 1. That's not good enough, but let's see what number 2. On your marks, get set, go. A 459 in 1-2, but that ties 15th place, but unfortunately it's not enough to make it into the top 15. Now, the 8 Dodge Daytona is ready to set a top speed and to be into the top 15 or even break number 1. Let's find out. On your marks, get set, go. It's 470 enough to tie 3rd place. Let's see if we can do better than that and top it. On your marks, get set, go. 473. That is good enough to tie 3rd place. Now on to the next. 463 is now the magical number to be into the top 15. So let's see if this Bugatti Herener to make it into the top 15 or even break number 1. Let's find out. On your marks, get set, go. 456 and run number 1, not good enough. Let's see run number 2. On your marks, get set, go. A 456 and then a 455, but not good enough to make it into the top 15. Now on to the next. Fast Forward WD is ready to set a top speed, or to be in the top 15 or to be into the break number 1. Let's find out. On your marks, get set, go. 470. That is enough to tie 7th place. Let's see if we can even top that in run number 2. On your marks, get set, go. 483. That is good enough for 2nd place. That also broke 474, but now 498 is the record for number 1. But that's so 2nd place for Fast Forward WD. Now on to the next. Symbolic is ready to set a top speed to be in the top 15 or even break number 1. Let's find out in this first one. On your marks, get set, go. 431 on the run number 1. Let's see run number 2. On your marks, get set, go. A 449 is the most it can do, not good enough for the top 15. Now onto the... I forgot. 466 is now the magical number. And now let's see if CDV 46 can break it into the top 15 or even break number 1. Let's find out. On your marks, get set, go. 428 in run number 1. Let's see if run number 2 can be better than that. Honey box, get set. A 428 and then a 407. Doesn't make it to the top 15. Now on to the next. The 2 timer is ready to set a top speed and to break it into the top 15 or even break number 1. Let's find out. On your marks, get set, go. 445 in run number 1. Not good enough. Let's see run number 2. On your marks, get set, go. A 445 and then a 424. Not good enough for the top 15. Now onto the 72 Ford Bueno Sport is ready to set a top speed to break it into the top 15 or even beat number 1. Let's find out. On your marks, get set, go. A 423 in run number 1. Let's see if run number 2 can be better than that. On your marks, get set, go. A 423 and then a 422. Not good enough to make it into the top 15. Now onto the last up is Nissan Fairlady Z is ready to set a top speed to break into the top 15 or even break number 1. Let's find out. On your marks, get set, go. A 441 in run number 1. Smooth run, 441, but let's see if run number 2 can be better than that. On your marks, get set, go. 459 is the most that it can do. Not good enough for the top 15. Now let's update the top 15. Here's our updated top 15. The Chrysler 300C is still at number 1 with a 498. And newly added in is a fast 4WD with its 483. And then newly added is a 58 Dodge Daytona with a 473, a tie for 5th place. And then at the bottom is Clear Speeder with a 465. So next week is going to be a 466 to make it into the top 15. This difficulty is going to be insane. And it's going to be insane, which I write it right there. And which is right there. And then the 2 cars knocked out the BDD04 and the Tongue Twister. Saw you two that those speeds aren't enough for long. So thank you for watching this video. Please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.